So hello everyone, welcome to yoga. I'm sorry for my bad, as they say these days. Last week, I double booked myself with myself, so sorry about that. But here we are, and just in case you're coming for the first time, the spirit of these classes is I think we need a mat. What do we need a mat for? I saw Jeremy. Sorry, I'll be right back. Voila. John, can you go down a bit? Is that okay? So the spirit of the classes is for always beginners. But because we're online, what we've been doing is looking at the vocabulary that we can learn over time to start to do the grammar of movement, rather than looking at a string of different yoga poses. So we have been moving, we have been doing classical and unclassical and gorilla yoga poses. But we've been looking at key principles that are valid for us human beings in gravity. And we've always started with the sense that we are heavy, that we are weighted beings in a world on a ground. We take it for granted, but if you had a serious vestibular disease where you felt that you were falling all the time, it would be terrible. You wouldn't be able to communicate, you wouldn't be able to register your world because of this constant falling. So we are on the ground beings, and as we leave our mother's womb, we find ourselves held by the mother and the father and the grandparents, and eventually by the ground. And eventually we get up and we toddle along and we make our way on this ground. So here we are, lying on your backs, not looking at yourself and worrying about getting yourself all lined up as a first thing, but rather just touching in and trying to open yourself to the sense of your own weight on the ground. So try this. If you hold your breath and you get very still, just hold your breath for a moment or two and get very still. Close your eyes, maybe clamp down on your jaw. And then let go. And just register what that was like. Holding my breath, being very still, clamping, maybe contracting. Normally there's a feeling of not really being in the space and on the ground. Try it again. Just suspend your breath, close your teeth, and just hold it. Alors, tu cesses de respirer, tu tiens ton respire, et tu fermes tout, et tu évalues, tu fais une petite évaluation de quoi est-ce que c'est ça. And then let go if you didn't already. Yeah. Now let's do the let your head begin to wobble on the floor from side to side. Just easy. You're not just sweetly yoga floor, noticing the contour of the head, the hardness of the head, the quality of the floor under it. The head is wobbling, and allow, as you begin to wobble the head, just notice and allow yourself to notice what's going on. How does my breathing feel? Don't do good yogic breathing, none of that. Just let the head wobble. How does my breathing feel? And what's happening through my body? And you'll notice that these little movements, wobbling of the head, all these little movements that we make when we're comfortable, the opposite of holding the breath, the opposite of suspending yourself because you don't want to be in the space or be noticed. This is the opposite. The head wobbles. Now let your arms make little wobbly motions on the floor or your leg, both your legs or all four limbs. Tu peux faire des petits mouvements avec le bras ou la jambe. Oui, comme tu veux. Yeah, there's no correct way. Just a little wobble of breath, a wobbling of the head, of the arm, and then pausing, noticing. Yeah. What you'll notice, it'll be very different for each one of us, but you'll notice that the whole of your embodied reality and the sense of the space and any emotional content and whatever might be bothering you or joyful for you, it all starts to become available. Yeah. It all starts to have dynamic flow and dynamic stability in the ebb, flow, come and go of being right here. And just let yourself settle. Just one last time, just hold your breath and stop moving. And even tighten your teeth, tighten your anus a bit, hold your breathing diaphragm very still, and just hold. And just notice what that's like. When we do that, very often, if we're in a difficult emotional conversation with someone, we might very well be holding our breath, or we're frightened, or of course we feel threatened. And then just let it go. Let the breath go. Let the breath go. And give yourself a few breaths just to continue to notice. If you've been at work all day, if you've been doing something very detailed or on the computer, you may have been using your breath to benefit, in a good way, but you may have been structuring it. And now we're just letting it go, letting it be. Often in yoga, for some reason, we're told that belly breathing is better. It isn't better at all. It's just one aspect, one side of the coin. But ordinary human breathing, when we're in ordinary activity and feeling comfortable and safe, chest and belly breathing work together equally. Then as we go towards digestion or sleep, the belly breathing starts to take over and it brings the system down. In fact, it depresses the system and takes us towards sleep. When we're having to run to catch the bus or we're getting angry, then we move towards chest breathing and that excites the system so that we catch the bus or we express ourselves appropriately towards that other person, whatever. So chest and belly breathing, but normally they go together. So put one hand on your belly, une main sur le ventre, and another one on your chest. Yeah, and just relax, Don't do anything special, don't make anything cosmic happen. Just notice that both of them could be moving in slightly different ways. But notice that the belly moves and the chest moves. Yeah. You can even move your hands a little bit so that you're kind of stroking or massaging. Yeah. And you're breathing. And imagine that your hands are very deep. It's not just a surface, that you have deep hands. Yeah. Deep hands. And that the touch is not just touching the surface, it's touching deep into you, like your palms and your fingertips are dropping fishing lines into the deep waters of your body. Yeah, that's actually how touch is. It is how touch is. You know, when we reach to touch a peach at the market, we are able to touch many, many things at once. The surface, the volume, and the content, the depth, the springiness. It's incredible what we do with our hapticity, with our capacity to register the textures of the world. So it's the same when we touch ourselves. That's it. So you could be, yeah, fluttering, massaging, yeah. And then just drop your arms away from your body on the floor. Yeah, just take a moment just to receive. This is going to be a terribly, terribly difficult and athletic class. So, breath, weight. So we've been hanging out with our breath and with our weight, and they go together, hugely together. The sense of the weight of ourselves and the breath, and the breath. And what they do is they bring us near. They take us away. Weight, hanging out with your weight, takes us away from looking at ourselves. So when you're ready, just roll over onto one side and come around onto your hands and knees. On va se mettre de genoux. Okay. So first of all, we're going to review a sequence we've done many, many times. It's very good for getting in touch with the movements of your spine. It's also very good if your back bothers you. We're just going to put ourselves on our hands and knees like this. Remember that if your wrists bother you, you can put a little bit of support like that. So do what you need. So we're on our hands and knees, and we're just going to reach back with the bum and then forward with the head. Just very easy, flowing, floating. Reach back with the bum, forward with the head. Now, notice as you reach back with the bum, notice your sit bones. Tu as deux os dans le popo. So notice your sit bones, and it's as if your sit bones were looking backwards. And then as you reach forward, notice your head, and it's as if your head was looking forward. And then as we go back, we notice the sit bones, and then we notice that we have a tail, une queue, in between the sit bones. And then we go forward, and we notice that it's as if the head was growing bones. Growing. So that's it, you're growing bones and tail. Bones and tail. Antlers and tail. Yeah. That's very beautiful. Yeah. So you see, I haven't given you a shape from the weight and the breath. we are beginning to elongate the spine through the imagination. That's actually how the body works. Imagination and perception happen together in the body. Yeah, so we go forward. Now, when we go back, watch me, I don't know if Antonia can see, but we drop the elbows to the floor and we drop the forehead to the floor so that your bum is up in the air. Yeah, so you're not doing child pose. If you go more forward with your arms, Antonia, you'll be fine. Yeah, like that. So elbows, hands, forehead on the floor, knees and toes. And your bum is up in the air, and there should be a feeling, you can see it in the room, of the spine hanging down. The tail, I'm over here with John, the tail going up, the sit bones are widening, and the spine is just hanging there. That was beautiful. The spine is hanging through. You'll see also here with Henrietta, she lets go. Her forehead will go there. Do you see that? Movement. It's like we let the spine hang through and then the head finds a new place. So Jeremy is not there yet. Jeremy, what you need to do is walk forward with your arms. That's it. So now the spine is starting to drop through. Voilà, tu sens? That's it. Yeah, that's good, Johan. That's great. Are you comfortable, Antonia? Yeah, that's good. Looks very good. Very good. Okay. So just curl your toes under. Curl your toes under. Hook your toes into the floor. Let your sit bones widen so you're relaxing across the floor of your pelvis. Let that happen. Allow your spine to hang. You know, if you've had lots of yoga instruction where you shouldn't let your ribs hang or you should be holding your core very tight, don't do that right now. It's not necessary. Those are little things that you add later, if. But right now, most of us are not in this position in daily life. We are in the other one. We're flexed over our iPhones or our other phone, whatever that is, a Sony or a Galaxy. We're flexed over it and we're flexed in tension and we're focal and we're disappearing into the www. So here we're doing the opposite. We're doing the opposite. You can stay there, huh? But you can come much more. Tu sens? Ça va? You see, the more you come forward, the more your spine does that. Yeah, that's it. Okay, very nice. So what we're going to do now, don't flex your belly to come up. I mean, you can look at me if you want to, if you need to understand. But so we're not going to flex the belly and come up. We're going to push from the toes and reach with the head. Si tu veux regarder, tu peux, si tu veux voir ce que je fais. We're going to reach the head and come through and then come up onto the hands. So yes, we come through. Henriette, if you go back a little bit, I can see what she's doing. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, watch me. So we were here. In the beginning, almost everyone was here except for Johan and Antonia. So I think the masks must be helping that. But most of us were slightly in flexion. And then I touched you, and then you slowly went here, you see? And this is a very profound place for the spine to be, long on the front. Now we use the toes, and we, instead of flexing again, we come through, and that's where you are now. Yeah. And now, that's better, Jeremy. Yeah, and then we're going to go back. We're going to go back, and we're going to drop the elbows on the forehead. And I want you to just play with that feeling of dropping through the spine. not through the spine, but letting the spine hang. That's it, Jeremy and John and Henriette. Letting the spine hang like a hammock. And then we push from the toes. So you have many options, but let's not flex. So we push from the toes and we're still hanging and we're still hanging. And then we come up onto the hands. And now we are in this kind of cobra-y, bamboo-y position. Yeah. Very, very awake in the toes. Very awake. Now, let's just stay here for a few hours and just play with this. Watch me. You can let go completely, and it's fine. Si ça fait pas mal, tu peux laisser complètement. Yeah, yeah. But it's not 100% constructive because suddenly the focal point is mostly here where the lumbars and the sacrum come together. But now push from the toes, reach with the head, and come out of that kind of collapse, which is okay. Push from the toes and reach from the head and come to a slightly more springy, alive. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's it. No. Jeremy, you're too here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Let's let go, let go. You see, you can let go, you can have no toes. Then you hook your toes. And this is what happens in the human body. We connect the feet, we orient the head, and then the body kind of wakes itself up. Yeah. And you can be everything from bamboo to plank to constipated. Yeah. 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 Okay, so let's go back. Bum in the air. Release the forehead to the floor, release the elbows, really let the weight be in the toes, the knees, the elbows and hands and forehead. Laisse que ton poids tombe, voilà, vraiment sur les mains, les coudes, les genoux, le frontal. Hang through, okay? Now, toes, connect your toes under. Yeah. Really connect the toes. So the toes have a huge relationship through the pelvic floor with the lower curve of the back, the lumbar curve, which a child develops as it walks on its feet using its little feet and toes. This lower back curve doesn't really exist fully until we're up and about on our feet. So now we're connecting the toes through the bottom and the pelvic floor up into the lower back structures so that it's awake. And now we start to push with the toes, reach with the head, open the hands. Tu commences à venir en avant avec la tête. Tu pousses, mais il faut que tu mettes tes orteils, voilà. Et tu pousses comme ça. Voilà, tu fais, you come through, you're on your hands, come all the way through. Okay, I think we all got it. So now we'll just speed it up. We're not rushing, but we're just going to go back. Rest, then push with the toes. And as you come through, and then reach back with your bum. Don't squeeze. Let your tail go up. Rest the forehead and elbows. And then and come through with the torso and spine. Let the head grow. Let the antlers grow. And then going back. And then all the way through. Yeah, beautiful. And you're awake, aware. Now we're just going to reach back with the right heel. So the right leg gets very long. We're going to put it down, reach back with the left heel. Yeah, so if you really reach with the left heel, the back of the knee will open. The structures cross the knee. When you reach with the heel and the head, the back of the knee opens. So there we are with the left leg. Put it back down. And now we're going to do both, the right and the left. And so your knees are off the floor, And you can talk to your neighbor and say that you're really glad that you've come to do yoga. Hello, hello. Yeah, so it's a test. It's an anti-constipation test. You have to check, yes. Yes, we're going to stay here 20 more minutes. Reach with the heels, reach with the head, and then just put the knees down. Very nice. And look, just sail back with your bum in the air. Release the elbows to the floor. Release the forehead to the floor. Let the spine hang. Find your toes. Get ready to go again. Toes are awake. Reaching with the antlers, with the head. Coming through very long. If your arms can be vertical, it's easier, very long. And then reaching back with your heels, coming off the floor. That's it. You see? And you don't need to be buckled and struggling. You can find a middle place where your heels are reaching, your head is reaching, and just you can sway a little bit. Sway. Put your knees on the floor. Very nice. Very nice. We're going to go back, but we're going to go back and up. So if you do lots of yoga, this could look like a really bad dog pose. So it's called really bad dog pose. So you go up, you want to really bend your toes, Jeremy. Take your socks off. Bend your toes. Bend your toes. Il faut plier les orteils le plus possible. Bend your toes. Let your sit bones go up so that you can see me here, so that your tail is way up in the air. Don't squeeze your bum. That's it. And let your spine drop through. The knees are slightly bent. The toes are very bent. And the bum is going up in the air. And as the bum goes up more and more, the legs may straighten a little. And then release. And then the bum goes up. Yeah. Phew, it's quite marvelous. Marvelous. How is everyone doing? That looks great. That looks great. Jeremy? Yeah. So here we are. Here we are. Bend those toes. You have to bend them. That's it. Now bend your knees. That's it. Now, you see this tendency to be curved like this? You slowly over time, voila. See the difference? You have to discover the feeling of having that curve. So this is up in the air, and this is dropping through. Do the other one. The curved one, no? Yeah, that's your normal. You see normal curve. Now you just need to get, yes, you felt that? Just once you can play, then you have two colors. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, great. Don't stay too long. Come down. Yeah. Ça va, Johan? Okay.
The dropping, I don't know if I understand this. So it's just through, and if I drop, I just move forward like this.
No, stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Yeah. Bend your knees. Yeah, and keep going back with your bum. Yes. Yeah, you feel? Yeah. Now really open and widen your hands more. Widen more. No, one from the other. Yeah. Now push from the hands and push your bum backwards. That's it. But bend your knees a little bit. That's it. You see? So it makes your spine make that movement that we're playing with. That's beautiful. Very good. Very good. Yeah, just rest how you like. Just have a rest. Okay. Okay. So just come up to standing. Yeah. And go for a little walk in the space. Yeah. So just ordinary movements. It's very sweet to interpose just ordinary daily movements with, yeah, just a little bit faster. Yeah. That's it. Use your toes, Jerry. Yeah. Like this, that moment. Oh. Yeah, just walking. Okay. Yeah, bless you. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just, so we've done that, what we just did, we did many, many times before. And I'm just going to show you 2 or 3 components because I think it's very important to understand what you were doing, like when you felt that you were like that, but that you could be. Because when you start to feel, oh, I can be like this and I can be like that, you begin to see, if you look at my pelvis, that your pelvis has 2 major possibilities, to be that way and to be that way. And we use those for different things. If I'm going to push, you know, I might put myself like that to push. If I want to get someone's attention, I might go the other way. Okay, if I want to breathe out, I go this way. If I want to breathe in, I might go the other way. But that's what the body's doing all the time. And this is a major place of adaptation. Okay, and somehow we've received the message that to be here is not so good, but that actually the whole thing should be flat. But flat is actually compressed and depressed, and then we run into trouble. So just to review, when we went back, don't do anything, just have a look. When you go back, your sit bones will naturally widen. It's a few millimeters, but it feels huge. Okay? When you go forward, they come together, which is the same as in standing. When I stand, my sit bones come together. That's what my legs do. When I go to sit in a chair, they widen. Okay? When they can't widen, you have back pain in sitting. Okay? When they can't come together, usually it's back pain in standing. So that's the first thing that we did. We went back, we let the sit bones widen, and then we dropped through to the floor, and then you have a choice to be holding in your belly, right, kind of flat, like I'm doing Jane Fonda or Pilates or something, or I can let go. And we were doing the let go because it's a great moment of discovering and learning and allowing. Okay, and then the other one was we come through, and then we got long, and then we went up, and it's the same thing. The tendency will be to use the big superficial muscles and to end up here. You see, and that's not actually letting the spine do anything. That's why we release the knees. And Antonia, you know, when you went back, we discovered, oh, wow, I have so many colors, so many possibilities. That's what we were playing with. So just do one sequence for yourself. Tu vas faire une tour. And just see if you can play with sensing, not getting the shape right, but sensing this tilt primarily. This is, for me, yoga begins with freeing this tilt, not with correcting it. First, we want to free it, so then we understand where our patterns are. Some of us, like me, are more here. Some of us are more here. So first we want to, you know, free your pelvis for world peace is basically what I want to say. Yeah. The opposite is get tight-assed and angry with everyone. So you decide what you want to do. That's it. You get long, and then as you come through, don't worry if you want to slightly do it in your own way, that's fine. You get long, that's it. Then you go back. Then you can do the more bamboo-y plank for a moment where your heels reach back. And then you can go up into soft or soggy dog. Dog pose. If you do yoga, you know what that is, but with knees bent. Yeah, that's good, John. Yeah, so we've said this before, but I think you get the idea here, definitely. But your shoulders rush in and go, no, 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 we don't, in Scotland, we don't do it like that.
No, you don't talk with Pakistani accent.
And then, that's right, you don't talk with the Pakistan. Is that what I was doing?
No, yes, you
God, that's so fantastic. But it's like they rush in and they actually prevent your spine from really hanging through on this upper bit. Yeah, so, voilà. Ça va, tu vois? Oui.
Je fais des mouvements comme ça, un peu, ça.
Oui, si tu veux, mais l'important c'est que tu laisses que ta colonne pende un peu, que tu fais pas du kung fu, c'est plus, yeah, a little bit, voilà. Et après tu as une bonne direction pour la tête et une pour la queue. Et c'est ça qui te donne, voilà. Then you can go up, that's it, Antonia. So how does that feel, Antonia? Yeah, it's new, right? Yeah, and it's sweet. So that's it. We can do dog pose with straight legs and heels on the floor. That's one kind of thing. But this is a pre-exploration. Jeremy, yes, but just feel that. That's really, you feel the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, so play with that. And then there's a deeper issue here of the way the spine is bending, but that will open itself up when you start to get length. Okay, wonderful. And then just coming up to standing. Yeah. How are you doing? Good. Yeah. Okay, so let's just swing it, just easy. Easy. Put your feet, look out at the space, drop your arms. Hello, come back from the hypnosis. Yeah, just swing, drop your arms. The arms should be very heavy. Yeah, that's it. Very free. You don't need to hold anything. Okay, great. Okay, so let's look at, just put your feet under you. They don't need to be perfect, just under you. Step back a little bit on the mat. Yeah. We're going to take a simple small step forward. Not too far. You can adjust when you know what we're doing. Simple small step forward. Yeah. Then we're going to put the hands on the pelvis. So feel the bony pelvis. Okay, just so you know where your pelvis is. So just feeling, sensing. Okay. Now, put your weight on the back foot. You could put it on the front foot or on the back foot. Put it on the back foot. Sur le pied en arrière. Yeah. And then turn everything, including your pelvis, to the back foot. Yeah, and notice what happens. You can see it on my foot. The foot starts to peel off the floor the more far you go. Yeah, and then we can go the other way. And if you go very far, again, the feet start to turn like this. Okay. Yeah. So in the triangle poses, which are early yoga poses, we want to make the movement we just did, but without the pelvis turning so much. So without doing this, which is okay, could bother the knees, but actually the foot, the leg, and the pelvis up to the belly button stay, looking forward. And then from the belly button up, we turn. So now instead of putting our hands there, we'll put our hands on our head, et on va tourner du, how do you say belly button? Le nombril. So we're going to turn from the nombril all the way to the elbows towards the back foot. That's it. So your feet, your knees, voilà, c'est très bien. Your feet, very nice. Everything will be still up to your nombril, but from the nombril to the nostril, you're going to be turning. Yeah, don't look down, don't look up, just be out. And then come back. And then huge feet, stable pelvis, we go the other way. Yeah. And then free it up. Well, that looks great. So then free it up. You can go one way, you can go, and then you can play. If the pelvis starts to turn, of course, your knees and your feet get involved. N'est-ce pas? Si tu fais tourner tout, c'est tout qui va. Mais si tu laisses très stable du pied au bassin, au nombril, mais tu tournes le reste, that's it. Yeah, great. Yeah, so we've looked at two miracles. When we were on the mat, we were looking at the miracle of flexion and extension, which the body can do. And now we're looking at the incredible miracle that the human being, when the human being gets up on his feet or her feet, there is a lift of the thoracic cage up off the pelvis. But we've become very random and tired and looking into the computer the whole time, so we're compressed. And here we want to lift. That's what we're doing. We're lifting. Just let your arms open up. Yeah. So from the belly button to the arms, there's a natural lift. So there is a space, n'est-ce pas? C'est comme si on est en train de faire un espace entre le bassin et les coudes. Voilà. And then we go the other way. This is your Nadia Comaneci gymnastic moment. So go for it. That way. And then we go back. That way. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, and drop your arms. Yeah. Often it's taught like this, you know, straight, straight, straight. But then the arms can't do what they're made for, which is to lift. You know, you see people at the airport and the beloved comes through and they go, I love you, you know, and there's a lift. That's what we're doing. Change feet. So the other foot is forward, the arms go up. Your arms are naturally lifting your ribs off your pelvis and waking up the cardiac space. And we turn towards the back foot. Look at my feet. And we're just going to stretch the toes a little and open the hands a little. So of course we get longer. Yeah, that's beautiful. Longer. And we turn and then we turn the other way. Yes. Yes, it should make you chuckle. Yeah, it's a very, very unimportant, but cosmically life-changing movement. Yeah, huge feet. That's great, Antonia. And we turn, yeah, and then we turn the other way. Turn. Yeah, open. Well, beautiful. Yeah, and this is the traditional triangle pose. Yeah, yeah. Great. Let's go back to the first side. Just take I forget, it was this one. Take a step. Take a step. Let your arms come out to the side, shoulder level, very open. They're not heavy. They're actually, by lifting them, they lift you. Yeah. And now just turn towards your back leg. Yeah. And look at your back hand. And as you look at your back hand, reach forward with the front hand. And let your, forward is this way. Yeah, yeah. So you have back and forward, open, open, open. Beautiful, beautiful. And now we're just going to rotate the arms the other way. So now we're turning across ourselves, front arm going across to the opposite leg, and let that open. Yeah, John, you probably can go a little more. It's okay? Mm-hmm. The back's doing okay? Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah. You're blocking everything there, so just
Beginning to
let it
hurt.
open. Yeah, yeah, come down. Very nice. Yeah, it comes from the shoulder and then the hand goes up. But you could imagine that you're like spraying water or light, so it's going that way. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Ça va? Yeah. Yeah. So let's put those things together. First of all, that we're heavy on our feet. On a du poids sur les pieds. Just heavy. That's one thing. Then we step. Not too big. Yeah. We stay on the back leg. Stay on the back leg. Yeah. And then as we turn towards the back leg and the arms go up, we are actually lifting. So we're separating chest from pelvis. So chest goes up, pelvis is heavy with the legs. And we open the hands. That's it. Open your fingers, John, so it radiates out. That's it. And we turn towards the back leg. We turn and we rest on the back heel. And you open and you're not watching the shape, but you're enjoying the opening. So performance is one thing, participation is another thing. Our bodies are inviting us to participate always. Participate. So I'm opening, I'm lifting, I'm grounding, and now I'm going to go the other way. And now across my body, opening, grounding, lifting. This is great. Don't do anything. I'm just going to push you forward a bit. You feel there. Now it's more on top of here. And then you just open. Feel the difference? So before you were opening by leaning back. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Great. And drop the arms. Do we do both feet? Do the other one, whatever the other one is. Get onto the back foot, open the feet, feel the weight, turn and let the arms lift you. Let the arms lift you. So of course the belly wakes up, you know, that thing that nowadays is called the core. Of course it wakes up because you're making roots and your arms are going up, but you don't need to do some kind of core thing, not for ordinary daily things. Yeah. Great, lift. Wow. And then go across your body to the front leg. Yeah. This is like a Saint Sebastian martyr moment, which is not what's needed, Jeremy. Not what's needed. Here, stay here. Keep your eyes open. Now open your fingers and go out. Yes, you feel? Voila. Now you're on your feet. And open. Open. You feel? Voila. That's good. It's different, no? Yeah. Okay. Okay, very good. Very good. So just go for a walk. See your neighbor. See your neighbor. Go for a walk. What is it? Is it an animal, a plant, or a mineral? Busy, is it? Is that Saint Jacques de Compostelle, the sculptor? Right. Yeah? Right. That one there on the stone.
I called it Jesus because cookies, yeah. No, it was given to
Really?
and I found it in the cave behind old Bonnevaux.
Oh, it looks like a pilgrim.
So and then I wanted to cover the electricity. So if it needs to be somewhere else, it's fine.
No, it's great.
I don't like these blue tables.
Okay, so now, how is everyone? Is it okay? Are you okay, Antonia? Go on. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're going to take a bigger step. Going to let the back foot turn out a little bit if it needs to. Even a bit. When you see what we're doing, you can adjust. Then we're going to bend bend the knee. Long, bend, and rest. Your elbow on your knee. Yeah. So the front leg is bent, and the knee is over the heel. So if you want to make your stance bigger, you can. Knee over heel, elbow on the knee. And then the back leg is straight. Watch my back leg. So you don't want to bend the knee and go this way, okay? On veut pas faire ça. You want to open the back of the knee and reach the outside foot and the heel away from you. So it's like something is pulling your pelvis back. Yeah, back, your hip. So something is widening your adductors, widening like this, what I'm doing, widening. Yeah, wonderful. Then your free arm, in my case, it's my right one. Your free arm rotates. Rotates. Watch me, just 1 minute. So look, it's not just the arm at the shoulder, but it's actually the arm and the whole torso. So the whole torso turns, and the arm remains congruent with the torso. And we turn. And then you can lean on your knee and push it out a little as you open. Yeah. And great rejoicing. Yeah, lots of length. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. It will help you, don't come down yet, if you look at your big toe. Yeah, you see, then it puts your spine there. Okay? And then relax that bit there. That's it. That's good. Great. Great, and come down. Yeah. We take a big step. You kind of know. You rest on your knee. You really let that foot, especially that front foot, really, really let it wake up. Knee over the heel, so this is perpendicular to the floor. And then here, you don't want to be short. You want to really open the back thigh and groin away from the front one. So you're still, it's like you're being pulled backwards in the back buttock over that back foot. That's it. And we rest, and then we open. Now, I want everyone to look down at the big toe of the front foot. It'll help you line your spine up. It's wonderful for the neck bones. But the whole chest has turned. Let your chest really turn. Push down on that knee. Be on your heel. Rejoice. And open. That looks great, everyone. Beautiful. Beautiful. Keep opening. Don't hold. Don't tighten. It's like a cloud that's just opening between ground and sky. Yeah. Beautiful. And come back. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just close. Is it all right, everyone? Yeah. So we'll just close. We'll just take what we've been doing into a balance. Going to take a step. And the idea is that we've been on the back foot, and now we're going to put the weight on the front foot, and we're going to let that foot come off the ground. So that's what we're doing. We're balancing. If it bothers you, you can be near a wall, so you can hold on to something. Yeah. So yeah, you definitely, if you feel like you don't feel free to really explore, that's it. So first of all, we've made a little leaning movement. Arms are dropping, and then come back. That looks nice, yeah. And then do it on the other side. Now, just check that you're not squeezing in order to balance. Just be on your foot and let this stay long and loose and free arms. So your foot is doing a lot of your, that's beautiful, yeah. Your foot is, your standing foot is your thing. Okay, so we go back to the first one. That looks great, the balancing. Now what's going to happen is we're going to reach down over there with the hand, but we don't want to go down here, because the minute you go down here, that's it. You won't be able to move. So actually, we're going to go up in order to go down over there. And we're going to let the body turn and just enjoy balancing, but stay up. It's the same thing we did here. Let this come up. Yeah, that's it. That's beautiful. That's it. And when you lose your balance, it's marvelous. You know, just lose your balance. So you go up, over, don't grind your teeth, don't frown, don't tighten your anus, think about world peace and go over. And that's it. That's great. Great, Jeremy. And then try the other side. This could be tricky on your back, John. So you see, you want to go up here. Up. Yes, you feel that? No, that's it. Before you flex and went down. Go up. That's it. Right here. Well, too bad. Up. That's it. That's amazing. Yeah. Up. That's it. Yes. John, did you feel that? That was like day and night.
Completely different.
Yeah. Same thing. And don't make it too refined or cosmic, or it's not. Just put your foot. Go up and over. Yeah, so in the yoga poses, this is moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. And it is this moon that rises in the sky and then sets later in the day. So that's what you want to do. And it's wonderful if you just play. Beautiful. Yeah, and to touch, go further away. That's how it works in the end. Don't go down towards your foot. Go far away. Far away. You can obviously go over to a chair or, yeah, huge toes. Huge. That's it. You feel the difference? And the far, that's it, Johan, means that you actually lifted an over. That was very nice. Yeah, relax. Okay, this is our pas de deux moment. So up you go. There, do you feel? That's it. So by going up, yeah, you don't need to touch the floor. You might. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. So let's just close with where we started. Just let yourself go forward and hang through. Curl your toes under. Release your elbows to the floor. If we did a movement, you know, that a little bit feels like you weren't sure or it's beyond you, it's not helpful to think it through, because it's not what you think. We upload all these classes, you can look again, you can try, and certainly you need to do it your way. You know, if we were all in class together, all of you online, that's what we'd be doing. We'd be looking for how can these principles of movement really apply in a way that works for you with the injury that you have or the limitation or the 3 extra arms or whatever it might be. So it's like that. Like that. So you don't want to project yourself out into some kind of ideal movement that you can see. I mean, for the performing arts or for something else, maybe that's necessary, but not here. Here we want to be in the garden of our own bodies and just going, wow, this is how this garden is. More shady, more sunny, more hilly, more dry, more wet. So yeah. Okay, so thanks all of you. It's nice getting to know you, Antonia and Johan, better. And goodbye, everyone. Have a good practice. Just reminding you that this evening we we have our monthly installment of on the health series with Dr. Barry White. So if you haven't thought about it, or this is the first time you're hearing it, go on our website and have a look. It's a wonderful series of talks on the relationship between health and medicine and meditation. Bye-bye.